Hello, beautiful people. It's Sinderfam. Welcome to the channel. Today, we're back again with another video from the Whatever podcast. Let's check it out.
Well, then what are you arguing with me about? Why would you
What are you
argue
arguing with me about? You're saying that what I'm doing is wrong and that I'm not a Christian? But like,
Yes.
would you agree that like Muslims, is that a religion?
Yes. Islam is a religion, yes.
Islam is a religion, but like so Christianity is its own religion, but there's so many religions within just Christianity. Like Orthodox people call themselves Christians. So do Pentecostals, they call themselves Christians. So that's like the head of the umbrella.
It's the head.
Any religion that follows Christ is
know.
under the
Look,
umbrella of Christianity. So like if
I'm
you
going to be talking way over her head to explain things to her. We're going to have to go over I'll just say this. You need to read church history. You need to educate yourself. You can't just snap your fingers and come
How
on
does
here and
reading
start
church
telling
history
people-
make you saved?
You cannot come on here and start telling people what Christianity is when you have no freaking clue what it is yourself. You just don't. I'm sorry. Have some
so I don't know
humility,
Jesus.
And learn first. This is what.
How does church history make you saved? How does church history make you saved?
You quit OF and started a ministry, and now you're out here teaching people.
I never
heresy
started a
on
ministry.
huge podcasts.
I never
That is
started a
not
ministry.
Then why are you on here correcting people about theology?
What,
when
your
you don't
husband?
know the first thing about
Your
it?
husband who's calling me names? You're mad at me for correcting your husband who's calling me names and saying I'm not a Christian? Is that what you're mad
I'm
about?
saying you're not a Christian.
He also said I
Because
wasn't a
you're
Christian.
not.
Damn.
Did you have something to say?
Can't be a Christian
did. I
when you
actually
deny
wanted
the
to, like,
tenets of
a point
Christianity.
she said
Sorry,
that-
you can't.
about like the communion. So basically for Catholics, there's something called transubstantiation, where when we go back and do like what's called like the Holy Thursday, where they said like, this is my body and I give it up to you. That whole part.
Is that like Taco Tuesday?
No. So
That was
basically at that point, there has been cases where the bread that they give us turns into actual flesh, and the blood turns into actual blood, which it happened, I think, in Argentina. It happened in different places, and then they put it in like a specific thing and they do something called adoration.
That's so cool.
So that's what she's talking about. That is the whole
Well,
point.
she never explained that, number one. But like for me, it's like communion means something
You need
different
to
for
learn.
everyone. But communion means relationship. You are communing with the Holy Spirit. You are being in one. You are literally becoming like one with them.
Why are you telling me this when you don't have any clue you don't know what communion is from a
So my
Christian
thing is
perspective?
like, why
have
are you
no
getting
idea.
upset that I
You are
don't know
making
church
it up.
history when I literally just became a Christian? You're upset at
Why
me
exactly?
for that.
So stop telling me what communion is.
Hail
Stop
and
telling
welcome.
You asked me what my opinion was.
Has donated $200.02. I can't believe you woke up Rachel to argue theology. Andrew could have covered this. What we really need from you is to tell these
Yeah.
304s
Okay,
what
yeah,
submission is.
let's talk
because
about-
they
I was
think
about
it's
submission.
egalitarianism.
Let's hear it.
So, you see the problem. She recently just became a Christian or converted to Christianity, and then all of a sudden, it has changed its meaning or it has changed its true meaning, and she wants to fit it to her narrative or fit the side that reflects what our current situation is. It doesn't work like that. You don't just go and change it to fit your narrative. And the fact that she is even countering, because we checked other videos or the previous video before this, and her talking about communion, and the fact that she think that the communion is just bread and wine, it just goes to tell you like she doesn't even really know what truly Christianity is about or Christianity is about. Maybe because it just fits the narrative as at that time, or it's a lot easier to claim to be Christian or claim Christianity than any other religion. I just want to believe that. And no offense here, nobody is telling anybody when to be a Christian, at what time to be a Christian, or how you should lead with your Christianity. But just because you're a new convert doesn't mean you will come and change the narrative of change things or see things, or you come to say the side that you think, or just because you're a new convert doesn't mean that you come into Christianity and you want to see it from a logical aspect. It's better you just stay and remain a pagan if that is what you want, because obviously we don't see Muslims or Jews or any other religion come to say or people come to talk about from the logical aspect, rather than spirituality, or rather than it being spiritual. I don't understand why people think it's a lot easier to condemn Christianity or to counter Christianity and to talk about it. Pentecost is still Christian. Anglican is still Christian. If you like, name all of the branches, is still Christianity. So which part is she trying to claim to see a sub-Christian? It's not even making sense.
Let's hear it, Rachel.
Sure.
Submission.
Sure. I wanna understand how you guys think that the word submission means. I will allow you to lead with my express approval, which I may revoke at any time. Please explain to me how that in any way could possibly be the meaning of submission. It's literally the opposite.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah.
lead if you can convince me, right? If I can be convinced that you are making a good decision, then I will allow you. I will get my little rubber stamp out and I will stamp my approval and say, you may lead on this issue because you have convinced me and I am satisfied with your explanation. But if I change my mind tomorrow, this gets revoked. We're not doing it, and you're going to once again have to litigate your case to me for why we should do what you want.
Rachel. Wait, Justy, you have Justy, you and Andrew were having the back and forth there.
Yeah.
I feel like Justy, you and Rachel should have that back and forth.
Can I be honest? I'm actually kind of scared. I'm more scared of her than him. No,
She's scared.
She liked it.
It's out of respect. It's out of respect. It's out of respect.
It's out of
I
respect.
promise. You know, I'm not.
Look at my sweatshirt. I'm cuddly. I even look like a teddy bear.
She's a teddy bear.
She's a teddy bear, yeah. You know, honestly, I've done some thinking, you know, in my silent moments after our little, I guess, debate. And honestly, I've taken a lot into what you said in consideration.
Yes.
You know, I think maybe I felt maybe a little hostility, so I was trying to like argue back and forth. But honestly, I think I maybe tiny bit convinced on a little bit about like your guys' view on submission. I'm not going to say that, yeah, for sure. I agree 100% because I still need to do a lot of thinking on my own. I am going to take your guys' view into consideration and, you know, really think about what submission means to me. And, you know, I'm gonna do some thinking on my own. I don't want to submit to just these like theories, or like not theories, these definitions that are being told to me in one night. I'm gonna spend some time, you know, thinking about it. You know, I might even talk to my parents about it. You know, my dad's an elder at our church, and I trust his word more than anything, more than any professor. So I might go talk to him about it. There's a lot of things I talk to my parents about, just to like, you know, is this what I'm, or like just not even is this what I should believe, but is this like what you guys would teach me, or is this something you guys would endorse, just stuff like that. So I take everything you guys are saying, like what you just explained to us right there. I took that into consideration. I took what you said in consideration, and I took what Andrew said into consideration, and I think I'm just going to take some time to, you know, process and think about it. And I don't want to go into another debate because I know that I'm not going to win that debate.
Okay, let's put it this way. The fact that modern women are having a hard time understanding what submission truly is or what submission is goes to tell you that they are really not ready. And until they are ready, that is when they would get into a relation or be in a relationship, because obviously they're not ready. Some of them just have this fantasy idea or the fantasizing idea of what they saw in the movies or whatever, so they think that that is how submission is supposed to be. I've said it before and I'm going to say it again, especially with relationship, marriage and all of that. It's not a one size fits all. Everyone's dynamic of what marriage or relationship is going to be is different, but submission did not change, providing did not change. So you want to tell me that at your own time, Rachel just explained everything, and it's just unbelievable that somebody have to explicitly explain what submission truly is or what it means for these modern women to really understand. So they are having a hard time understanding what submission is. So should we also agree that men should also have a hard time understanding what being a provider is? Because it seems like the women, they're having an issue with their side of with them, or the modern women are having an issue with them keeping the others this end of their bargain, but they have an issue if a man doesn't keep the end of his bargain. So make it make sense. And also, let me even say something, because based on what she said, she's having a hard time understanding what submission is. But she also trusts her father's leadership. She trusts her father's judgment. She listens to her father. So, do you think these modern women purposely just want to play dumb, or purposely just want to play or say they don't understand submission or what it is like to submit to your husband, or is there something else that I'm missing or I'm not understanding? It's not making sense.
I got the message. I got the message.
Okay, yeah.
In you guys' defense, real quick, every single one of you, and myself included, anybody who's like under the age of 75, you've been programmed your whole life with feminist presuppositions about the world and how it works and what to think about relationships and marriage. And that's all of us. All of us are born with that. We're programmed with it. And it takes questioning the programming and thinking stuff through to figure it out. And sometimes that's hard to do. It's painful to do because you're like, wait, have I had like a wrong idea about this whole time? Because this is what I've always heard, and it's what I've always seen in the culture and in the pop culture, and it's what I was raised with for a lot of people. So don't feel too bad about going, oh shit, I guess I've never really thought this through. I'm just working off of assumptions and propaganda that I've been told. So I mean, especially if you being really young like you guys, don't feel too bad about having to like stop and think stuff through and consider that maybe Andrew's not the meanest, craziest man on the internet. He might be doing his job, which is to like poke at your programming and try to untangle it, and that can feel shitty sometimes, to be honest. So but you guys are strong, independent women, and you can all handle it. I believe in you. You're queens. You're 10s. You can do this.
Oh no. I think also it's just that there's this, like, as you said, there's this really broad version of what feminism is, and I think according to that broad version, I don't think a lot of us would consider ourselves feminism, which is basically hating men. We want to be better than men. Like a lot of this stuff, we never consider, like, you know, the small itty bitty nitty gritties of what, like, of feminism, like submission. I've never considered that. I've considered it because it's biblical and I've read it in the Bible, but I've never like considered like, oh, what would I do in this situation? What would I do in that situation? So it's a lot of things that are kind of being uncovered in this podcast, really, that I never would have even considered outside of this. I'm like, social media really shows us this like small little group of what feminism really is.
Great
so
response.
so honestly, like getting different points of view, getting people from different, you know, denominations. Like you guys are from Orthodox, I'm from Reformed Presbyterian. Like I'm hearing so many different like information. I'm just like absorbing it all, you know.
Yeah.
So honestly, it's actually kind of exciting.
Wow, it's a good thing that Rachel finally did exactly what she came here to do, because obviously it's evident that lots of these women, or most of these modern women, follow blindly because of what they see on social media. And of course, it's a lot easier for them not to think. They just follow because modern feminists are telling them, oh, it's a lot. A man and a woman can be equal. You don't have to respect your man. You don't have to submit to your man. Just do anything that pleases you and all of that. So they follow, and they've not actually understood truly what the family dynamics is, what marriage or relationship dynamic is, because they see from movie, social media, one person telling them, oh, if your husband or your boyfriend is not doing this, leave him. So all of them, they listen and they follow, when you were supposed to see. One thing people don't understand is relationship and marriage sometimes, majority of the time, is experimental, and some people are just learning and trying. That's why you make mistakes over and over again and try until you figure it out. But of course, lots of people don't want to work or don't want to learn, and this is a problem. But it's a good thing that this lady in question finally learned something. Is a positive impact, and truthfully, you have to be present in your relationship to make it work. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. I'm sure tons of people have interesting things to share. I would really love to share that and share the useful information I think might be really helpful. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe and all of that stuff. And until next time, see you in the next video.